Today we're making these delicious ribeye steaks using my Goya adobo seasoning as the main ingredient. Stay tuned to see how I made this. Here are the stars of the show. I have two beautiful ribeye steaks here. Don't these look amazing? And I am going to only use 3 seasonings. Well, I'm going to say 4 seasonings. I'm going to take a knife and just make little slits in these so that seasoning seeps through beautifully, okay? And I'm just going to make small slits here in the steak. And you do not have to do this. This is definitely optional, but this really helps the seasonings really seep through. And then I'll go through this way as well. And these are so thick, so I'm not really getting deep enough, but I just want the seasonings to kind of get through as much as possible, okay? So I did one, and then we're gonna do the other. And these do not have to be perfect. You're just making these lines through them. And the closer the better, of course, for the seasoning to kind of seep through. I cannot wait for dinner tonight. I'm gonna make some sweet potatoes. That's our go-to, a baked sweet potato. And probably some broccoli. We love broccoli here. All right, so if you can see this. All right, that looks pretty good to me. If you can see these little lines here. Okay, my steaks are ready, guys, and I will now go into season. We'll start with my Goya adobo seasoning. This is one of my absolute favorites. It's so good. So I'm just gonna sprinkle this on, so a dusting, so where you see this dusted. I love seasoning, okay? So I want my steaks very, very seasoned. All right, and we'll repeat this on both sides. Then I have my complete season. This is also a requirement for most of my meats here. Love this stuff, love it, love it, love it. You can use any seasonings of choice, but these are the ones we're using today, okay? And then I will add some garlic powder. And finally, of course, my black pepper. And then I'll flip these over and repeat on the other side. And I'm just going to score this as I did on the other side. And since I'm filming, I'm doing this pretty quickly, but you know, the closer you can do this, that you can get the lines, the scoring, the better the seasoning will penetrate into the meat, okay? So we're just gonna go on and do the same on this side. This is going to be so good. Now, usually when I do this method, I throw these on the grill, but we are in a hurry today, so I think I'm going to sear these partially and then place them in the oven. But this is perfect for steaks on the grill. Okay, I'm gonna add again my Goya adobo seasoning. That's Layla in the background, so please excuse her. She's like, I see steak over here and I want some. My complete seasoning, same thing I did on the other side. Garlic powder. And my black pepper. And what I'm going to do, my friends, is place these in a airtight container, and I'm going to allow this to sit in the refrigerator for about 30 to 45 minutes. While my steaks are marinating, I am going to go ahead and start on my baked sweet potatoes, which I always like to cook in the oven. So I have my oven preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to line this pan here with some foil. And then I have my sweet potatoes. I'm gonna have the small one, and my hubby, I have the larger one. But what I'm gonna do is just place these here. But I'm going to first just drizzle with some oil. This is olive oil. And I'm just gonna massage this in. This is a good method to do if you're gonna eat the skin of the sweet potato. I don't, but I just always do this. It's just a habit. And I just massage this in. Okay, then I'm going to get my paring knife and I'm going to make some slits here, or you can use a fork. The knife is a lot easier for me. I'm going to do that and wait for the oven to preheat, and we're going to cook these for 50 minutes. Be careful. This is a very sharp knife, but I do this all the time. I love a sweet potato with my steak. So we're gonna just wait for the oven to preheat and we'll put these in. Okay, it has been 50 minutes and here are my baked sweet potatoes. It smells so good. I love these. So I'm gonna allow these to cool. Now I am going to preheat my oven to 450 degrees. It's pretty hot, but we want the oven very hot when I place in the steaks. Here are my steaks. They have been in the refrigerator for about an hour. I'd say probably a little longer, but you see it's kind of breaking apart here, but it is in one piece. So I'm gonna now allow these to sit. Now you can skip the last step. I chose to place my steaks in the refrigerator just to allow the seasonings to marinate, but I do want to bring this meat to kind of room temperature. So I'm gonna allow this to sit out for about 30 minutes and then we're gonna start the searing process. Okay guys, I have my skillet here and I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. You can use olive oil, but I'm going to turn this skillet on high and let the oil heat before we add in the steaks. Just going to let this heat and swish this around and we're going to add in the steaks. Okay guys, I have added my 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil and this appears to be pretty hot. I have this on high and I'm just going to place my steaks. Let me see if it's actually hot enough. Yeah, you can hear that sizzle. So these are big steaks. I probably should have used a bigger skillet, but let's see what we can do. But I'm going to place my steaks in here just to sear for 1 to 2 minutes on each side. Guys, it has been 2 minutes, so I'm just going to flip my steaks over so I can grab a hold of this. Ooh, okay, so that's pretty seared. We just want it brown like that on the sides, okay? So I'm going to allow this to also cook for 2 minutes. Okay, it has been 2 minutes. And let's see what these are looking like. Looks great, okay? Now, in this case, I do not have my cast iron skillet because I would have cooked these in that and transferred it to the oven. But now, since I'm just using a skillet that I cannot place in the oven, I'm going to transfer these to a pan, and I'll show you here. And I have it lined with aluminum foil. So I'm just going to transfer this over here. So I've transferred these to my pan here that I'm going to place in the oven at 450 degrees for about 2 minutes. I like mine a little pink on the inside. If you like yours fully cooked, very well cooked, you would probably leave it in there at least 3, maybe 4 minutes, okay? But if you had a cast iron skillet, you would just transfer this right into the oven. But this is what we're looking like. My oven is preheated at 450 degrees. I think I said 425 earlier. It's 450 degrees, and the instructions will be in the description box. All right, let's place these beauties in. All right, guys, they're coming out, and this is what it's looking like. It's been 3 minutes. Ooh, these look good, and they smell heavenly. Heavenly, heavenly. These are so hot. Look at the juiciness of these steaks. Look at that. Oh, they look so good. But I want that juice in. And again, if you want these cooked well, you'll just keep it in the oven a little longer. But look at that. It's perfect on the inside. But again, I'm going to allow these to cool some. And I'm going to make some broccoli for our vegetable. And we're going to eat good tonight. This looks so good. I hope you guys give this a try. Let me know how you cook your steaks in the oven. I love a good ribeye steak, and this is going to be awesome. Look at that juice. And let me see if I can just open it a little bit here. This is cooked perfectly for us. You can see that it's pretty, medium well. A little bit of pink in there, but it looks great. So once we plate this, I'll show you what our dinner is looking like, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how you make your ribeyes in the oven and what seasonings you use. I'm always looking for different seasoning combinations for my steaks in the oven. Guys, look at these steaks. This is it. We're gonna plate after a while. And here are my yummy sweet potatoes, and my broccoli is boiling. So this is just some frozen broccoli I put on. But dinner is ready, and we're gonna dive in. So I'll show you the plate here in a second. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm sorry for the noise in the background. Layla decided to come in here when she smelled this steak.
This is like one of the best ones.